So in this example I'm going to show you a very nice feature that Clover offers, and what we're going to do is let's just take a quick look at our country code CSV, not that one, I beg your pardon. Let's take a look at the customer CSV file, and we've got, for instance, Germany. Here is the country name, Mexico, and so on. And what I want to do is to read this in and then create separate files for each country. So I might have mexico.dat, germany.dat, and so on. So I've got output files for each country. So our universal data reader is reading in our CSV file. That's pretty obvious. We've assigned here the customer's metadata, and it's going to go straight to the writer. And so all the hard work is really done by the writer. So let's see how we configure that. Now over on the left hand side in the Navigator, you'll see I've created a folder beneath the data out folder called country customers. So I'm going to write it in here so I don't clutter up the main data out folder. So let's go to our file URL property and bring up the dialog, and we've got data out, country customers, and I'm going to add onto here hash. Now hash is a special token .dat, and the hash will be replaced by the value that's contained in the country field. So we'll click here on better add that into our file URLs. It must be in here for it to be transferred back to this screen. Okay, there we are. Now this is the important bit. It's this partitioning stuff that we really need to understand. So what is the key that we're going to partition on? Well, it's the country field. Let's add that in. And we need to specify one more thing really in this partitioning group of properties, and that's the file tag. So there are two different ways that it can generate or replace that token. One is with the key, so the name of the country, and the other was a number. Let's just do the key first, and I'll show you how the number works in a moment. I think I've got everything right there. So let's click on OK. Right, and let's see if I've got that working. So we've got the debug enabled there. Let's press play. Fingers crossed. And it's worked. So now suddenly you see on the left hand side we've got Argentina.dat, Austria.dat, and so on. So if I go and find I don't know, USA.dat, and I double click on it, there are just United States customers. Same for all of the other. Let's look at well, what have we got here? Mexico. There are Mexican ones. So that's it. So very little effort and a nice big result. Let me show you the other option that we had there in the partitioning property. Let's just delete all of those. Clean up our folder a bit. And let's go back into the properties, and this time we'll change it from key file tag to number file tag. Let's run it again. Okay. And now you'll see it's just given us some, instead of country names, it's given us numbers. And in fact there are various properties you can, more advanced properties that you can set there. So you could say, right, maybe write 100 countries into a file before it generates the next one. So you can specify the maximum number of rows in any individual file, so control the size of each one. So Clover's got all sorts of features like this all over the place, and it's useful to try and figure out what it can do, and the goal of this quick start guide is to try and point some of those things out. You'll find more in the wiki and the documentation.